Hello, my name is Chantal and I'm a product manager at Ideate Plus. Today I'm going to walk you through our AI-powered pitch evaluation platform, which is intended to serve as an assistant for evaluators to decrease the amount of time they spend evaluating pitches and also to help them focus on the ideas with the highest value and potential. For this demo, I'll be using a real-life scenario for one of our clients who's currently validating this platform and its use cases across various industries. To start using the platform, the user is actually going to create a challenge. And as you can see, we have a couple of challenges here that have been pre-created. I do want to mention that users can set up different challenges with individualized requirements for the white papers or the pitches that are going to be evaluated. Now, to do that, all they have to do is click on this button, Create Challenge. And that's going to take them to this page where they can add some preliminary information about the challenge itself, such as the challenge name, the description, and also they can upload some documentation that will be helpful in this process. So I'm just going to go back for a second and we can dive into one of our pre-existing challenges here. At the top of the challenge, we see that we have the challenge name, of course, and we have a brief description of what this challenge is about and what the purpose and goal of this challenge is, along with the challenge PDF that we had updated or uploaded in the previous section. We also have a list down below of all of the white papers that are associated with this challenge, and the evaluator can easily upload a white paper by clicking on this button right here. They can also query this list if there's a particular white paper or an idea that they're searching for by going ahead and using this search functionality here and just typing some information in that box. Now, just to provide you some information about the content that we have here, of course, we have the white paper name and the author and the date of upload, but we also have the status of completion. And I do want to note that 15 pitches can be processed in 50 hours in a very structured format in this platform. And before the completion status is shown here, we will see a pending status for each of the white papers that are still being processed by the AI. We also have the scoring column here, which specifies the score for each of the white papers. The score is actually out of 5. And what's really neat about this tool is the fact that the ideas with the highest score are actually going to be shown right at the top of the page, which is great because it's going to help save some time for the evaluator. So rather than looking through each of the white papers, they can focus on the ones that have been provided the highest score first and then work their way down from there. So we can actually go ahead and see what one of these ideas look like. We're going to click on this one right here. And from there, we'll see a detailed view of this white paper. So of course, we'll have the same sort of documentation. We'll have the challenge PDF, we'll have the white paper PDF attached here as well, and the scoring criteria that this white paper is being scored against in the challenge. And we'll also have some blacklisting information based on the country that this idea is being done in, which is helpful also for us to note. Aside from that, we'll have this information here as well, specifying whether or not this white paper was either written by AI or written by a human. And in today's world, I think as well that that's pretty valuable information just because we're constantly using AI to help us in our work. So it's great that this tool is actually able to identify one or the other. Now that we have that information covered, we can delve into the evaluation summary. And the AI has actually provided a score for each of the sections that you see here on the left side, including the organizational relevance and the author due diligence. Here for the organizational relevance, for example, the AI definitely provides a comprehensive yet high-level idea of the relevance that this concept has or this white paper has, not just to the organization, but to the overall goal for the challenge itself. So we see here, for example, the proposal strengths include its innovative approach to subsea detection using AI and swarm robotics. Again, this is more so related to the challenge in the white paper, which is not relevant for this demo, but it provides a sort of accuracy in terms of identifying what's good and what's strong in this white paper, but also it identifies some of the risks that can be associated and some of the information that might be missing. And here for the author due diligence as well, we can see here that based on the profile of the author, they got a score of 3. Essentially what the AI does here is that it looks up the Google Scholar of this particular author and compares the topic at hand and all of the publications that they have, not only on Google Scholar, but also on the web, and actually provides a score based on the H-index and the citations that were found. I also want to go ahead and look at the scientific objective for this particular white paper because of the fact that here we have some criteria related to the score that was provided up above. We can see that they got some positive checks here, such as, the objectives being explicitly clear and, the white paper addressing specific significant problems in the scientific domain. However, there are some cons that were attributed to this white paper as well. Based on this, what's really neat as well is that we can edit the prompt that's being used to acquire this information. And in editing the prompt, we can sort of shift the focus and sort of like get a little bit more information about what it is that stands out in this white paper. In addition to that, the user can add pros and cons. The evaluator can decide on specific pros that they saw when they were evaluating this white paper themselves, such as, subsea detection methodologies are clear, just as an example. And they can also add some cons to help them sort of navigate themselves and to provide further information on this idea. Now, it's important to note that the pros and the cons that are added here and other changes that are made to the prompt will not be impacting the overall score for this white paper. And last but not least, once the evaluator has finished looking at these different sections and assessing the scores that were provided by the AI, they can actually go ahead and download this evaluation summary and share it with other colleagues for a panel review or just to collect some general feedback.